it's one thing to have a mentor, then it's another thing to allow yourself to be mentored by your mentor, right?
How do you feel? How do you manage to summon this courage?
Naturally, I've just been a very, very confident person. I can just always, when you're talking about Forex psychology, you can't really gauge, understand what you're saying, right? Until you see the person trading performance. So by the time you understand, if the person understands what you're saying, it's going to either cost the person money or it's going to make the person money. So, but if you want to become a doctor, you spend 7 years in university to end up being a doctor that you're going to be paid. I don't think there's any hospital in Nigeria that pays up to £1 million to their doctors. If there is, it's not many. It could be like 0.00001% of doctors that earn £1 million. Trading is a career that has the possibility of making you $10,000 in 30 minutes.
Wow.
And you want to tell me that you can learn it in 1 month? It's not possible now. I'm one of the very few forex traders that have not blown an account trading for it.
Wow. My company that we've done headshots for you and we've seen you on stage as well. So other people just trade indoor, they don't want to show up anywhere. But you are not just trading, you are teaching and you are also branding yourself.
Trading is stressful mentally. So a lot of people cannot cope with the stress of, for you to become a successful trader, you have to think and behave like a robot. People tell you that they don't have money to start trading, they don't know how to trade. Like
the richest forex trader in Nigeria.
Okay.
How much do you think they make a day, a month, or in a year? It changed my life between October and February. When I met her last year in February, and just a phone call, starting from the phone call that night, everything started happening. And today, I can brag to say that Zara introduced me to all the key guys I know in Lagos today. And not only that, Zara is one person who has taken time to understudy the business that she's into, and she is helping other people get started and make profit. She is into forex trading, and she's so nice and so open to share everything that is helping her scale her brand. Today, I have with me Zara, the forex psychology coach. She is no other person than Zara, the forex chick. So welcome to the show, Zara.
Hi, you're welcome.
Yeah. Nice having you here.
Thank you. We've been talking about, we've been planning this for a very long time, and I don't know, somehow I'm just really, really, really excited I'm here. This is actually the first podcast I'm coming on, and it actually feels really good to be here.
Guys, check her out now. She won't act as the first podcast. The way she will perform now, you will be blown away. So Zara, let's go straight to the point. Okay. What's the coolest job you've ever had?
Coolest job? How many jobs have I even had? First of all, let me start by telling you the number of jobs I've had. When I finished secondary school, I worked as a primary school teacher. After working as a primary school teacher, when I was in university, I also worked as an assistant to a HOD. And after that, when I graduated, I worked as an assistant training manager for a company. Then during my NYC, I worked as a teacher again. And I'm a forex trader currently. So I would really say the coolest job I've done is being a forex trader, because it just really gives me time to do whatever I want to do. It doesn't pin me down to do other things. So I really think being a forex trader, which is the current job I have now, is the coolest job I've ever done.
So how did you manage to enter that forex trading?
Okay, that's quite a story, because the first time I got to know about trading in general was during the lockdown. I was pretty much looking for things to do. I had spare money with me. I would say spare money because NYC, I was doing NYC and I was serving then, but we were just at home because of the lockdown, the COVID-19 and all of those stuff. Okay. So all the allowance they were paying me, I was not using it because I was just my parents' house eating free food. So I had a lot of the 3,000 packed in my account.
During the COVID?
Yes, during the COVID.
People were spending money.
Yeah, so I had a lot of spare money. Then I was looking for what to do with the money I had. So I was thinking, should I learn how to code or should I learn how to trade? Someone told me something about trading, introduced me to one girl. I didn't quite understand what she was talking about, so I just left it. So fast forward to 2021, I had a friend. I don't know if I can mention her name. Her name is Faith. So Faith was always posting something. So I have a very retentive memory. My brain went back. I'm like, this is this stuff that girl, someone introduced me to, always posting. So I now sent a message to Faith and asked her what was it. He said that it's trading and all of that. And she was the one that talked me into it. And that was how I really got to know about Forex trading. And I started with her, although I left the company and then joined another company. But basically, that's how I got to know about Forex trading, through a friend of mine.
Wow. So how did you now managed to overtake all others? Because people that have spent 8 years, they are still struggling on the on background, but you are now on the stage with all these top
Yeah.
forex traders in Africa. How do you manage to do your movement?
The thing is, there's power in mentorship. A lot of people don't really realize, especially when you're in an industry as complex and as difficult as forex trading or trading in general. It's a very, very difficult industry. First of all, it's a difficult industry to make money in, and it's a difficult industry to penetrate. But when you're on the wings of a mentor, right, mentor just really guides you and just takes you straight to the point, so you don't have to make a lot of mistakes. So basically, I would say it's the power of mentorship. A lot of times when you talk to people about mentorship, they think it's just really about you paying someone and the person making money off of you. But aside the fact that you're going to learn from the person, there are other things you can leverage on which are not pronounced, which are not said outside. But then if you're really, and there's another thing about mentorship, if you're really, really humble to be mentored, it's one thing to have a mentor, then it's another thing to allow yourself to be mentored by your mentor, right? So if you really give yourself and submit yourself to that mentorship, there are a lot of other things you can actually benefit from. So I really believe that it's a power of mentorship that just got me here so fast.
Okay, other people are struggling with courage and fear of trying new things. I've watched you move from not just building your Instagram handle to creating YouTube content, from there going live, and then hosting an event, not just first one, first, second, then anchoring other events on big stages. So how do you feel? How do you manage to summon this courage? Is it from your background or you just learned it along the way?
Okay. Naturally, I've just been a very, very confident person. I can just always, even as a kid, even when I was really, really young, I could just always do things. I've never been scared of crowd or people and all of that. I can always,
Are you for real?
yes, I can always just speak in front of anybody I want to speak. But then again, too, I also still would want to emphasize on the power of mentorship too. My mentor is also someone that just does things.
Who is this mentor? Sorry.
Okay, my mentor is Jeffrey Benson.
Oh,
My mentor is my
beautiful.
mentor, yeah. So he's also someone that just does things when something comes, when there's something to be done, he just goes ahead and does it. And these are the kind of traits and qualities you pick up unintentionally when you work with someone. Yes, so I would also say that that also helps, because this forex industry, I'm not even gonna lie, it's sort of a very, very, would I say brutal? Maybe that's not the right word, but it's not a funny industry. So because it has a lot to do with confidence, and you need someone that would be able to push you to be out there. Because my mentor is always like, Zara, do this, open your YouTube channel, do this, do that. It's always about
Pushing
that to
you.
people that, not just me, every other person around him. It's always that about them. And if you're someone that really wants to do something, he can actually just go all out for you to make sure that you do. So it also helps me. So he's a person that really, really encourages his mentees to grow, and he gives room for that.
Wow. So tell me about your background. Growing up, where did you grow up? And
I grew up in Aba, Abia State. A lot of people don't know I'm actually Igbo by tribe. I'm from Imo State, and because of my name Zara, a lot of people think I'm Muslim or I'm Hausa. No, I'm Igbo. It's actually a nickname. So I grew up in a family of 5. I have 2 older sisters, my parents, and I think my early education, primary, secondary, was in Aba, and my university education, I studied linguistics in University of Nigeria and Nsukka, and afterwards I moved down to Lagos to see greener pastures, and here we are today.
so you're one of these lioness.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so you started as a forest trader, and then all of a sudden you started paying attention to what we call psychology. What happened and what inspired that?
Okay. So, there's this thing they say that you just have to keep doing things, and then along the line you figure out what you like. People are not really talking about, or like a gray area, and then try to something like that, something in that lines. I teach forex, and then I know there are different aspects of forex trading. We have the technical analysis, we have the fundamentals, we have different things. But somehow I just found out that whenever it's time to talk about forex psychology, I'm always very, very, very excited to talk about it. Whenever they're teaching forex and it's time to talk about trading psychology, I can talk about it as I can even forget. Like I'll just keep on about it. So I just really found out that this thing I always excited talking about, which means I have a passion for it. Like I just really gravitate towards it. And I now had to check and really look at the Forex industry. The Forex psychology area topic is a gray area in the Forex industry that we don't really have a lot of people talking about it because it's quite difficult and it's not measurable. So a lot of people run away from it because measuring, you can't really measure Forex psychology progress when you're teaching someone. So it's something difficult. So people would definitely want to run away from it. For instance, if you're talking about technical analysis, you can teach someone support resistance and then you can gauge if the person understands what you're saying because you can tell the person, all right, draw support for me, draw resistance. And if they draw it correctly, you know that, okay, this person understands what I'm saying. If you talk about trend lines, you can be like, draw a trend line for me, and the person draws it correctly. You can get the fact that, okay, this person understands what I'm teaching, right? You can be like, identify M pattern, this, that. They can, but when you're talking about Forex psychology, you can't really gauge if someone understands what you're saying, right? Until you see the person trading performance. So by the time you understand if the person understands what you're saying, it's going to either cost the person money or it's going to make the person money. So it's a very, very difficult aspect of Forex trading that a lot of people do not want to talk about. So, and I found out that, okay, I really love talking about this. So why not just really look into it since it's something nobody's really talking about? And that was where I started making researches and started learning things about psychology. So aside the fact that it has to do with Forex trading, I now have to start looking at the psychology of humans generally and then find a way to relate it to Forex, because I just really believe that there's a relationship, that it's just things that we do in our personal lives that we bring into trading. So I just had to start doing the work to find how these things within our personal life now affects us when it comes to Forex trading. So that was just how I shifted from the general Forex, whatever others, to Forex psychology. Yes.
So far, how has it been?
So far, it has been good. Yesterday night, I was just really going through TikTok on my bed, and one of my mentees she's from Zimbabwe, right? Yeah. She sent me a message. She was like, Zara, I just really want to, I don't know, it's on my phone. The message.
Because you share it with me, I need to put out.
Yeah. Okay. She was like, Zara, I just want to say a very big thank you to you that my psychology has improved. I've passed 2 accounts from your class, and I was just really excited. That I was just smiling from my phone. I was just smiling. If I've been there, you'd be like, what's making you smile? You think I'm reading love message, but no. I was just really excited. Yeah. So far it's been really, really good. A lot of people have just been making progress with their trading because I had to find a way to find how I could measure their progress. So it's not just telling them do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. I actually found a template that they can follow, because sometimes what I found out is that when you tell people do this, do that, it's not really easy. But when you now give them a template to follow, like it just automates the whole process for them.
Yeah.
So it's now easier for them to do whatever you want them to do, which is what I do with my mentees when it comes to Forex psychology coaching, and it has been good so far.
Yeah, I've been in your couple of events, like 2 recent Minds Over chats. Yeah. I mean, it's something anybody should know if you're interested in Forex. So I'm saying this to say that look out for her next event. You need to be there. What makes a typical Forex trader?
Okay, what makes a typical Forex trader actually is not the amount of money you make. That is where a lot of people get it mistaken. What makes you a Forex trader, what makes you a good Forex trader, is your ability to stay disciplined to your rules. There's something we call trading plan in trading. Your trading plan is like your roadmap to your trading journey. It basically tells you what you should do at every point in time, before you're trading, when you're trading, after trading. It basically tells you what you're supposed to do within the time frame you're trading, right? So what makes you a good trader is not the amount you make in dollars. It's your ability to stay disciplined, to follow through your trading plan. So even if you place a trade today, you made a loss, as long as that trade, you executed it following your trading plan, it was a good trade. If you take a trade and you made profits, you made X amount of dollars, and that trade, you executed it without following your trading plan, then it's a bad trade. That is how to measure trading.
Even if you make money?
Yes, even if you make money.
So what forms that trading plan?
So what forms your trading plan is there's something we call back testing in trading. There are two ways you can get your trading plan. You can get a trading plan from someone that has a system that is already working, a successful
Like a
trader.
mentor?
Yes, a mentor that has a system that's already working. So what you just you have to do just to copy the person and then replicate what the person does, right? That's one way. Another way is if you don't have money to pay a mentor, which means you have to do the hard work by yourself. You have to show up on your chart every day. As you keep trading, you keep journaling. There's something called trade journaling. You have to write down everything you're doing. So as you keep trading and you keep journaling, you keep within a time frame, you find out that there are some patterns that you've seen that, oh, these patterns make me money, these patterns make me lose money. So the patterns that make you money, you have to start replicating them over and over again. And from that, you now form your own trading plan. So these are the two ways you can get your trading plan. Either by a mentor or you do the hard work by yourself
To develop
your own. Yes.
Well, I'm not trying to undermine your profession, but I've always seen trading as maybe just a way of cashing out quick money and go your way. I don't think there is the way I view it, let me be honest. I don't see it as something that people need to pay that attention on writing. I'm only looking at this chart is going up, cash out, put on that one, like betting. So why do I need to write? Do you have those complexity in trading, journaling? Because I don't like those kind of things. Normal me.
Do you know what trading is? Trading is a full-time job. Like, trading is people come into trading and think that you can make it in 1 month or 2 months, and then, but if you want to become a doctor, you spend 7 years in university to end up being a doctor that you're going to be paid. I don't think there's any hospital in Nigeria that pays up to ₦1,000,000 to their doctors. If there is not many. It could be like 0.00001% of doctors that earn ₦1,000,000. But trading is a career that has the possibility of making you $10,000 in 30 minutes.
Wow.
And you want to tell me that you can learn it in 1 month? It's not possible now. It's
so you mean to say it's not even easy there too?
It's not easy there too. So you have to dedicate yourself to learning if you want to make it. Trading is not a get rich quick scheme. That is the mindset a lot of people come in having. When you're coming into trading, just know that you're coming first to learn before you start earning money. If you don't learn, you cannot make money. It's not a get rich quick scheme. If I'm being completely blunt, completely honest, and on an average, it should take you a year to become successful when it comes to trading. That's if you're a fast learner and if you have a mentor. If you're a fast learner and you have a mentor, it can take you up to a year. On average, that's what it takes people to become successful at trading.
How many years did it take you?
It took me, I think, a year and 6 months.
With the help of the mentor?
Yes.
Wow. So what's the biggest failure you've encountered in forex trading? Maybe loss of money or anything?
Biggest failure. I always tell people that what I want to say now is something that is very, very unrealistic, but it's something that happened. I'm one of the few forex traders. There's something called blowing account in forex, which means that you've lost all the money in your account. I'm one of the very few forex traders that have not blown an account trading forex before.
Wow.
Why? Because first of all, I had a mentor, and remember in the beginning of this podcast, I said it's one thing to have a mentor, it's another thing to allow yourself to be mentored by your mentor. So when I learned something called risk management, I did not joke with it. I ran with it. So I don't joke with my risk management, no matter what the setup looks like. So the worst that can happen is I'll be on a losing streak. I'll lose. And then because this is the truth about forex trading, you can lose a lot. But when you're going to make money, it's going to cover up for the losses that you've made. So I won't say I've had that kind of heart-wrenching loss when it comes to forex trading.
Okay.
I've not, because I've always taken my risk management seriously.
You're someone that loves branding. I mean, my company that we've done headshots for you and we've seen you on stage as well. So take me through the journey of building your personal brand. Other people just trade indoor, they don't want to show up anywhere. But you are not just trading, you are teaching. And you are also branding yourself as the forex psychology chick. Tell me about that.
One thing about it's not really easy. I understand when a lot of people don't want to combine forex trading with branding or passing the knowledge across to others. I don't blame them, because forex itself is very, very tasking and demanding. As easy and as rosy as it sounds, you just see them, they'll just bring their laptop. It's not easy. It's mentally draining. And I'm of the opinion that mental stress is more stressful than physical stress, because mental stress makes you tired both in your mind and your body physically.
Okay.
So trading is stressful mentally. So a lot of people cannot cope with the stress of trading and then still wanting to teach people. Teaching people how to trade is very, very difficult. Teaching how to trade is extremely difficult. That's one thing people don't understand. So for me, I just really think it's the passion for forex psychology that even made me want to start being out there, because before I wasn't there, I was just doing my thing. But when I now started tilting towards that forex psychology area, that was when I started coming out, because I think it's just the passion for it that makes me want to talk about it to people and help people with it, because a lot of people struggle with it. So I really think that I don't think there's anybody that just out there as a forex psychology coach. There are a lot of people out there that are teaching how to trade, but I don't really think there's anybody that just out there as a forex psychology coach that just helps people when it comes to trading psychology. So it's just the love and the passion, I guess, that makes me want to talk about it on social media and help people to achieve their desired goals when it comes to trading psychology.
As a psychologist who deals with forex traders, take me into the mind of a typical forex trader, how it feels to be there, and the hustle and bustle that happens inside there.
Okay. This is a very, very tricky one, because, okay, I have to simulate a trading environment in my mind to describe it. So basically, when you do your analysis, right, sometimes your analysis can play out immediately. Sometimes they might not play out immediately. They might take hours. So as long as it takes, you have to wait until when there's something we call confluences, until your confluences align for your trade. So as long as it takes, you can't predetermine how long it's going to take. So you just have to wait until when the candlesticks get to where you want to get to do what you want it to do. So when you get there, the truth is there are a lot of factors that determine what you're going to do. First of all, when if you're dealing with let me start with a beginner trader, because the way these things happen to different categories of traders are different. When you're dealing with a beginner trader, for instance, when a candlestick gets to where they want it to get to, they can get scared. They can get scared of executing their trade. Now, this is where the psychology things I talk about comes to play, because this is money. This is your hard-earned money. And if you're in Nigeria, you know what Larry is saying. If you lose $1 like this, you've lost 1,800. If you lose $10, you've lost 10,800. So you don't joke with anything. So let's say, for instance, someone that's been probably losing for a while now, and the candlesticks get to where it wants to get to. There's always there's a high possibility that there'll be this fear that will come to you that will restrict you from be like, oh God, what if I do this and I still lose money again? Because losing is something that must happen. You cannot not lose money in forex trading. So you can get scared, right? And then this forex something is so tricky that trade did not take is not the one that will now go to where that will now make money. So the next one you're now going to take will now be the one you lose. So this is now where trading psychology comes in. This is now where what I teach comes in. For you to become a successful trader, you have to think and behave like a robot, irrespective of the outcome of your previous trades. Whenever your confluences align for a trade, take your trade. Because you cannot predetermine a trade that will end in profit or a trade that will end in loss. You cannot determine it. The only thing you can control is your risk when it comes to trading. So once you have your confluences aligned, and then your confluences have to align with your trading plan that I talked about earlier. So once your confluences align with your trading plan, take your trade by yourself, control your risk using your proper risk management, and that is all you can do. There's this TikTok sound that said, that is all you can do. So that's all you can do, basically. So that is actually how it's supposed to be in the mind of a forex trader. That is how it's supposed to be. When your confidence is aligned, take your trade. But it's not as easy as we say it, because this is money we are talking about. And you know that whenever you're talking about the issue of money, emotions are always attached. Money has emotions. So sometimes people can just hesitate to execute their trades. And the truth is that if you don't execute it when you're supposed to execute it, you cannot execute it again, because if you execute it later, it will affect your risk management, your stop loss and everything. So you have to be ready to pull the trigger when you're supposed to pull it, because if you don't, Forex is time-based. Like every 1 second you waste in Forex you've wasted money and all of that. So in the mind of a typical Forex trader, it depends on the person's level It depends on the person.
True.
So if you've grown to the point where you can manage those emotions, irrespective of the outcome of a previous trade, you just execute your trade. That those people are people that, okay, these people have come to an understanding that this is how Forex is. That is it for them. But for beginner traders, their own can be a little bit tricky. People that are still struggling with their emotions and all of that. So it can get where they're supposed to get, and then they're struggling and they cannot execute their trade. And it's normal. I really think it's normal. With time, as you keep on losing money, you will start getting used to it.
So just on this note now,
Yes.
I've learned that most people are depressed,
Yeah.
or most people are so tense during the trading hours
Yes.
of the day. In fact, it used to be their most stressful moment when they are trading. What do you think is the one thing that somebody should do to control this troubled mind during the trading process?
The easiest way to control your emotions when it comes to trading is to control your risk.
Okay.
That's the easiest way to control your emotions, because when you talk about trading, there's something they say, only risk money you can afford to lose. First of all, any money you cannot afford to lose, don't fund it to your broker. Because any money you fund your broker is no longer your money. That's how we see it. It can come back, it cannot come back. It's like business. You can do business and make profit, or you can get into a business and then you're not making profit. So any money you invest in your broker, just count it as money gone already. If it comes back, thank God. If it doesn't come back, you thank God. But now, how fast you lose this money is now dependent on your risk management, right? So if you, let me say for instance, you have $100 you can afford to lose, right? You fund it to your broker. You're not going to risk this whole $100 at the same time, because you won't say because I can afford to risk $100. Let me now risk everything together. You can't risk everything together. You still have to break it down in bits. You can now break it down into $10 per trade or $5 per trade. There's something we call risk per day and something we call risk per trade. So if you have a risk threshold for a day, you can say in a day, I'm willing to risk only $10. So within that day, you can decide this $10, I want to spread it across 2 different trades. So each trade, you can risk $5 on each. So you can play the first one, and it happens that the first one is a loss, which means you still have $5 to risk on another trade. And if you risk $5 on the second trade and it still ends in a loss, which means you are done for the day, you risk your $10. So any other trade setup that comes up that day is not for you. This is where the discipline,
even if it looks attractive.
Yes, this is where the discipline I talked about comes into play, and this is what a lot of people struggle with.
So, but someone might have jumped into this after closing your plans for the day, but you just jump into this and you cash out quickly.
Yes, it happens. It happens. But then this is where discipline comes in. When it comes to trading, you don't measure success based on, I told you, don't measure it based on the money you make or the money you don't make. You measure it based on your ability to follow your trading plan, because that action, if you keep repeating that action over time, you're going to find out that you're going to be losing money over time. So it might make you money now, make you money tomorrow, but in the long run, it's not a good, you're enforcing bad habits that would eventually turn to losses in the future.
So how long should I stick to a plan?
Forever, as long as you're trading.
So wait, let me get this. If I develop a plan or I get a plan from my mentor, how long do I need to stick to that plan?
Forever.
Can't I update it?
You can you can update it. Now there are times that market conditions change. So as there's sometimes that you can there's something we call losing streak. You can have a lot of losing streaks, and then when you have losing streak, you have to go back to back test to understand why you've been losing money. So you can find out that market pattern has changed. Right, and then what you do is that you have to, it's not like you're going to change your entire trading plan. No, you just have to tweak it a little bit to fit into the current market situation. But not like you're changing it, having an overhaul of your, no, you just have to tweak it to adapt to the current market situation. So as time, you just keep updating it and all of those things. Yes.
Wow. Okay. So as a forex trader, what has been the most useful resources in your business or your trading journey?
For a forex trader, the most useful resource to you is your trading view and your MT4 or MT5.
I'm lost. Just what does that mean in a nutshell to a layman?
Trading view is the application where you do your analysis.
Okay.
And then MT4 is now the platform where you execute your analysis.
Okay.
So those are the 2 most important things you need as you then with your mobile device, your phone, your laptop.
So money is not even the main thing.
Money is not the main thing for a start. Because you need knowledge, and for you to get knowledge, you need trading view to be able to analyze. That's what you used to learn. Then you need your demo account on your MT4. Money is not the most important thing when it comes to it. So a lot of people, when they want to come to talk about what you just asked now, a lot of people, they'll come, if I want to trade now, how much do I need? You don't need money to start Forex. You don't need money to start Forex. You need money eventually, but to start, you don't need money. What you need first is knowledge and the right devices to acquire the knowledge, which is your phone, your laptop, then the right applications, MT4 and MT5, and your trading view. Getting money to trade is not much of a problem. That's what, if you know how to trade, you understand that getting money to trade is not much of a problem. It's the skill set that is most important. There are companies that can give you money to trade. There are people that have money they're not doing anything with that can give you money to trade and you share profits with them. You can sell pure water and get money. I don't know.
And
Anyhow,
start trading, yeah.
the most important thing is the skill set. That is where the problem. So when people tell you that they don't have money to start trading, they don't know how to trade. Like, they don't know how to trade.
Wow.
That's just it.
They're just making it up.
They're just making it up. If you know how to trade, money must come out. Like, there must be a way. Money must come out. Yeah.
So what do you think is the most important habit I should form to become a good trader?
The most important habit you need to form to become a good trader is discipline.
Okay.
Discipline in every area of your life. Because discipline is something that one aspect of your life trickles into another aspect. If you're disciplined in one aspect of your life, right, most times it just flows into other areas of your life. If you're an organized person when it comes to probably your books or something, somehow you'll be organized with your clothes, you'll be organized with your environment. I don't know how to explain. I don't even know how to put it into words, but discipline is really, really important as a Forex trader.
Okay.
Because remember when I talked to you, when you were saying something about what if you see a short trade setup and
You want to jump in?
You cannot do that.
If you have discipline.
Yes, discipline is very, very important as a Forex, because discipline is also help you to obey your trading plan, which is what you really, really need as a Forex trader. So discipline is one of the habits that, and the truth is that if you're not disciplined, you cannot make money in Forex trading. Forex trading is Forex is a career that before you become successful in Forex trading, your personality has to change.
Okay.
Your personality has to change. There has to be an overhaul of your personality, because when I coach people about trading psychology, we don't talk about chat.
You coach people?
Yes, about Forex trading psychology. We don't talk about chat and all of those things. We talk about your personal life. That's where it starts from. We talk about your personal life, things you do in your personal life. So we start working from there, because it's from there that it's what you do in your personal life that you carry it into trading.
Trading, yes.
So if your personal life is not organized, your trading too is not going to be organized.
But if somebody is poor or broke or desperate for money, just want to make money, that person's personal life, how will you now manage it? Because you are looking for money.
You cannot be broke, and to be very, very honest, you cannot be looking for money and make money in Forex.
Let me get that. You cannot be looking for money and make money in Forex. Explain that.
Yes, because Forex, at some point, Forex needs when it comes to Forex, I always talk about emotional control. You need to have control over your emotions.
Okay.
You don't need to be desperate. Because if you're desperate in Forex, it's going to make you do things. There's something we call over leverage. You're just not going to respect your risk management. You're going to over leverage. You're going to do a lot of things that are going to be detrimental to your trading success, right? So you need to find a means of survival outside trading.
Okay.
So that you know that you're not so dependent on the result of the trading. So you have to find an external means of survival that can cater for your basic needs and other things you want.
Or you do this one passively.
Yes, while you're now, so whatever is the outcome of now, you're not putting a lot of pressure on this, because if you put a lot of pressure on, if you put pressure into Forex, you cannot make money out of it. You have to trade from a very, very relaxed sense and a place. So you have to find another means of survival first.
Okay. So is there one thing you wish to share, but I didn't ask you in the process?
One thing I would love to share that you did not ask me.
Maybe your personal life, finances, family. What's your next move in Forex?
My next move. Honestly, I'm not someone that plans does this whole big picture planning and all of those things. I just take life as it goes. I had a very bad experience last year that just really made me understand that life just happens. There's little you can control. There's very little you can control when it comes to life. So just live in the moment and do what you can do at the moment. As you keep going, things will keep unfolding. So I'm not the kind of person that does plans. This is what I want to do in the next 2 years. What I just do is, what can I do now? And I do what I can do now. And as you're doing what you're going to do now, the next step keeps revealing, and then you just keep going like that.
Would you mind sharing what happened?
Nah.
Okay, so then on to the next thing. We have a magic question. This magic question, we don't share it with anybody.
Okay.
So your magic question comes up from our audience, or I come up with one based on what you've said in the past. And this is actually the last question for you, Sarah. I don't know if you're scared, but I have to ask you this question. You can't tell me no now. Because even me too, I'm scared. This is Forex.
My BVN and my ATM pin.
Not at all. But something more than that. The richest Forex trader in Nigeria.
Okay.
How much do you think they make a day, a month, or in a year?
Okay, that's a very tricky question, because first of all, you don't know who is the biggest Forex trader, because
The one you know.
Okay, the one I know.
The richest Forex trader you know.
Okay. The richest Forex trader I know can make as much as, at least I've seen trades where he makes $100,000 at a time.
A day?
Yes, I've seen trades where he makes $200,000 in a day. So I've seen trades like that. So
in a year he makes like how much in trading?
A year can make like, there's a possibility I can make like $1 million.
$1 million
in trading.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. How much have you made in trading?
I'm not yet that big.
Highest amount.
I used to make like $200, $300, $500 when it comes to it per day. When it comes to, I'm not that big yet, but it's just, I know that we get there. I know that we'll get there. Just the consistency that matters. Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much for coming around today, Sarah. I really appreciate it.
Nice.
Thank you.